It was getting to be Tony Pollard or else time for the Cowboys running back. Mike Fisher reporting from Frisco, home of the Dallas Cowboys. Hey, Mo. In breaking news, we've got ourselves a Cowboy signature. Tony Pollard has signed his franchise tag offer. That's $10.1 million. That's a 1-year, fully guaranteed deal. Now, it doesn't preclude the two sides from negotiating, and they can do so all the way to mid-July. The deadline is July 17th, I believe. I don't think there's been much negotiating to this point. We know how the Cowboys generally do this, although they've certainly been more assertive and aggressive in the last 10 days on some of these matters. Here's why this is important going forward in terms of a long-term contract, and then we'll get to the or else part of this. He's 25. He's got plenty of tread left on his tires. The Cowboys obviously adore so many things about Tony Pollard. You'd like to do a long-term contract that didn't pay $10 million a year. You'd like to try to persuade him that, listen, that's not the going rate for running backs now. That's what we had to do to lock you in because we love you, but that's not what we want to do. We don't want to pay you 5 years, $10 million a year with annual raises. That's not what the Cowboys want to do, and that wouldn't be fiscally sound to do that. That's not an insult to Tony Pollard. What it is a reflection on the market, where if you're David Montgomery or Eckler, you get the top price of $6 million a year. And if you're Pollard-like, some people would compare Devin Singletary to Pollard. Devin Singletary goes to Houston, and he gets $2.5 million, 1/4 of what the Cowboys are scheduled to pay Pollard. And then you can be a $1 million guy, Ronald Jones and a bunch of those guys. Ronald Jones obviously signs on with the Cowboys for basically $1 million. Look at the market. And I think somebody finally told Tony this, or his agent came to this realization, or maybe this was going to be the day anyway. As the clock ticks and running backs and their agents and teams look at the landscape, and they're looking at it saying, Kareem Hunt hasn't signed yet, just to name one guy. Kenyon Drake hasn't signed yet. Mark Ingram hasn't signed yet. There's a handful of guys that you've heard of. Now, I'm not trying to, Jerick McKinnon, I'm not trying to say that this guy's better than or as good as Tony Pollard. I think you can make a pretty good argument in the case of Kareem Hunt, however, and he's just out there sitting on a shelf. The offer to Kareem Hunt, the last time I checked, is $0. The offer to Ezekiel Elliott right now, the last time I checked, is $0. That's what the market's like. And so, but I was told, by the way, this was not a Cowboys person, this is an NFL team person, saying, Tony might want to, this was Monday, Tony might want to hurry up and sign that thing before the Cowboys look around and go, we can get other things for $10 million, and we can get a running back for $2 million. The Cowboys, of course, before he signed it, had the option of rescinding that offer, pull it back, which, by the way, doesn't end the relationship between the two teams. It's like, we're going to pull you back from $10 million. Go shop yourself. Let us know how it goes. Tony Pollard might have still ended up in a Cowboy uniform. He needed to do this and hurry up and do it. And he did it today, just in case. Not that this was the Cowboys' plan, not that the Cowboys are telling me this is a league concept from somebody else, but it's a smart concept. You better get your $10 million now, young man, before the rug gets pulled out from under you. We're not talking, I know somebody's out there saying, Derrick Henry. We've talked about this before. The Titans are stripping down. You can get Derrick Henry if you want to. He makes $10 million too, by the way, although he probably wants to renegotiate that and get more. There are the rarest of cases where, going forward, guys are going to make more than $10 million at running back. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon in Dallas. And Tony Pollard was smart to realize it might not be happening for him either outside of the tag in Frisco with the Cowboys fish out.